What's going on, guys? So this is gonna be like a different video. It's gonna be mainly just talking about me and my humble beginnings and absolutely everything of where I'm at today and what I currently am doing and all these little things that I just want to put out there to help myself to stay accountable to the things that I want to do, but also help anyone that might be in my position or might be striving to get to where I'm trying to be or is just looking to get more insight in certain things, right? And I'm going to be doing this every single week. I'm making a commitment to be posting on YouTube once a week, and I'm going to see how that goes. Maybe I'll start doing it maybe twice a week. But I'm setting out a time to actually do that so I can just stay more committed to that, and that's one of my core beliefs and core values to my mindset. So I'm definitely gonna do that. You guys could always stay tuned. Every single week, I'm gonna post something about a new learning, a new teaching that I've learned about, maybe an experience I had with a client, maybe something about sales. This is gonna be kind of a hybrid channel where I'm gonna figure out what am I gonna really be posting about with you guys as I continue to grow. I just know it's going to be related to business, it's going to be related to personal development and dentistry, because that's what I do. I consult and I market dental offices. So it's going to be something in regarding to that. We'll find out together, right? So like I said, I want to begin with my humble beginnings, right? Who am I? And I haven't really had an introduction video to anyone on my YouTube, and I just want to introduce myself. So I'm Renato Fabri. I'm a co-founder here at Two Ducks. We are a consulting and a marketing agency here in Danbury, Connecticut, and I never really started off with thinking I'm going to be doing marketing or consulting. I originally wanted to play soccer. I wanted to run after that when I was younger, and I want to say that I succeeded a little bit, not as much as I wanted to, but I ended up going after my dream out into Italy, and I ended up playing semi-pro for about 9 months before I had my back injury. So that experience of running after a dream and wanting to pursue something that no one really believed that I could do, but I believed that I could do it. I believe that if I just go, I take action on it, I'm going to get to opportunities and experiences that I can develop and continue to grow upon. So, and I took that experience, and even though I was very young, I was 19 at the time, I learned from that and matured a lot because I actually took action on my thoughts and I knew that I wanted to pursue this. So you could use that in anything that you're using, is to take action on the thoughts that you have. That is super important. And I could have done better actions. I could have studied upon a little better. I could have had a better strategy. But if I never actually took action and flew to Italy by myself and ended up making connections and talking to agents, I wouldn't have the opportunity to get into a semi-pro team in Fidentina, in Fidenza, in Italy. So it all comes out and sprouted from that day. I was like, I'm going to Italy. I'm gonna run after my dream. So that I remember that. I remember my decision and what made me do it. And it was really like that. So it's just a thought away. You're always a thought away of pursuing something that you want to do. So, and I'll translate that into business now because I did that with my soccer, and I'm still young. I'm 22, so I'm still training. I'm still in shape. So who knows what the future lies with doors opening and making new connections? Because I do still love soccer, being a Brazilian, but I took that opportunity to take action and I applied that to business with this marketing company that me and my partners started. So, and what's super important is I didn't really know marketing, SEO, social media, advertising. I didn't know sales. I didn't really know any of this until I got put it on in front of me for me to learn and for me to develop upon, simply because I learned on the job, right? And now it's been 3 years, almost 3 years of me learning on the job, getting mentorship, and having guidance from people that are ahead of me. I always surround myself with people that are older and more successful, so I can always learn from them some stuff that I can learn, because I'm always the baby in the room. When I'm doing deals with dentists, these dentists are like 45 or 50, or maybe they're like 38, and I'm 22. But I'm having a conversation with them because I've been in the situation for a good amount of I've experienced the situations, these business meetings, these deals, more so than the average person, just because I started early and I took action upon learning these skill sets, right? So because I've understood that these are skill sets that anyone can learn. Like, you really can learn how to be more communicative. You can learn to be more disciplined. You can learn all these skill sets. You just have to align it to the goal that you want to have, and then be like, all right, what skill sets do I need to develop so I could get to this goal, right? Like, because every goal is different. Like, I don't know who you are. I don't know what your goals are, what your dreams are. But I know that if you take someone that's been in your shoes and they pursued that dream that you're trying to reach, right? And there's someone that's been successful at that goal, then your goal is possible too. Because at the end of the day, we're human beings, and human beings are the ultimate adaptive machine, where we can always adapt to any other circumstance and environment that we're surrounding ourselves in. So, if you can just believe that you are a human being, then all that someone has done, right? Steve Jobs creating Apple, right? Or creating the iPhone. Bill Gates, Microsoft. Elon Musk, Tesla, and SpaceX. Like, all these guys are human beings. And they just had a certain amount of skill sets that you don't, that allowed them to get to where they were, right? And if you truly believe that you're just a human, just like every other people, every other person who is flesh and blood, then your dreams might not seem so far off, simply because someone else has done it. And even if they haven't done it, Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about, if no one has done it, great, then I'll be the first one to do it. So it all comes down to the mentality, and how do you see challenges and difficulties in your path? Do you see it as like a pitfall? Do you see it as a struggle, as a negative? Or do you see it as an opportunity to learn, to develop yourself, to enhance your ability? Because now, when you see it that way, even if you mess up, you still use that as a learning experience. You use that as a reference experience to improve it on the next time. Like, I'm not sitting here at 22 years old and saying I know absolutely everything about deals, sales, making deals happen, and closing deals. But I know that every single negotiation that I have, every single business meeting that I have, every single sales call that I have, I can use something that I've learned and apply it today, so I can improve on it in the next sales call, the next business meeting, the next negotiation that I have. And because of that mentality, I know for a fact that with time and the right skill sets that I'm developing, I'm going to get to the goals that I want to get. It's just inevitable, simply because I believe that because I'm a human, I can accomplish the goals that I set out. Because every single human has that ability, if we just create the correct action steps and are disciplined for the goals we want to do. it really just comes down to figuring out what do you want. Once you figure that out, now you can actually create action steps for you to get to that point in 12 months, 24 months, 36 months. And then what are the skill sets you needed to develop for you to be more, have a better opportunity to achieve that goal? And that all helped me to build this business and be able to consult these successful doctors and market their business with my team in an effective way where we're producing results for them. We have case studies to share with other doctors, and that all sprouted from me being willing to learn something that I didn't yet know, but I knew that I could learn and get improvements on. So I'm here, this is my office here in Danbury. And like I said, this is going to be humble beginnings because I'm just going to document every single week something that I've learned, something that I've developed, either a skill set, either a business meeting, maybe a connection I've had, and that's going to help anyone that I'm speaking to, anyone that chooses to follow and listen to what I'm saying. Because I'm only going to be sharing stuff that I've learned and I've applied that's helping me continue to grow. And you guys are just going to see the journey. This is literally the first actual video that I've committed to put on YouTube every single week. So now it's an accountability with every single listener that I have and viewer that I'm going to post every single week. And now it's just something that I have to do. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's what you do every single day. Successful people really just comes down to what are you doing every single day. And if you can align certain things that are very simple, that just takes effort to do, over time, you're going to see the compound. If you ever read the book, The Compound Effect, it's an excellent book, and you can apply that to anything you use, you know? There's an analogy where it's like, would you rather have a penny that doubles every single day for 30 days, or would you rather have $1 million? And most people would say the $1 million, but that penny that doubles every single day comes out to, I don't know what it comes out to be. I think it's like 5 million or 10 million, simply because it's doubling every single day. And that is the power of compounding. Albert Einstein says that's the 8th wonder of the world is compounding. And those that use it will benefit, and those that don't will be enslaved by it. Credit card companies use it. Mortgages use it. It's the power of interest, right? So it compounds over time. So that's all something that is just can be learned. You just need to understand. I've come to the understanding that if I don't know something, it's because I just haven't learned it yet. It's not that I can't learn it. Like, I can learn how to build a more successful business. I can learn how to sell better. I can learn all these skill sets simply by applying it, asking for mentorship from people that have already done it in the future, like have done it in the past, so they can help me guide into the future. And all this just really comes down to the mentality. But what I want to share is the humble beginning, right? Because here I am, I'm going to start doing it, and you guys could follow me on the journey on learnings that I've had and certain things that I've developed that you guys could develop, and I could potentially lower your learning curve, just like I've had mentors lower my learning curve, because I often get that at 22, you know, like you don't have mentalities like this. So, and I'm not, it's not to toot my own horn, it's just because I was able to start early. You know, I really started developing my mind when I was chasing after the soccer dream. And that was when I was like 16. So I started listening to Eric Thomas, Tony Robbins at 16. So I had all that drilling in my head. And yes, it wasn't about business. It was about discipline to wake up early and train every day, be consistent. It doesn't matter how much you train in one day. It's about how consistent are you in training every single day. Like going to the gym every day. Like all that was what was putting into my mind at an early age. So now I just understand that it really is true. Like this is something that happens if you just apply it and you do it on a daily basis. So if I could help lower a learning curve for one of you guys, I'd be grateful for that, because at the end of the day, I really do want to share and show how I can help anyone that is willing to be helped. So, I think we'll end it right here. If you liked this video, you could always click the subscribe somewhere. Like it. I would absolutely love that. And comment anything, any questions. This is a new channel, so anyone that comments, I'll be able to read those comments, and I will answer any questions that you might have in a future video or anything along those lines. So, I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you guys next week.